Hello, my fellow soul travelers, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Circle of the Invisible Flame. Today, I will talk about something that has recently come up again. Somebody told me this again. So, I will call this I See the Darkness. I just don't live from it. There's what people have told me recently again, and I've heard it throughout my whole life, is that I see the world through rose-colored lenses. And when they say it, they don't exactly say it kindly. They say it as if choosing goodness is a flaw. As if realism meant expecting the worst. As if awareness required hardness. And I get it. A lot of us have lived through very hard things in our life. A lot of us have been dealt with very little kindness. And that does make you hard. But believe me, I have too. It is a choice. So let me say this clearly. Yes, I see the darkness that exists in the world. I'm not blind. And I'm not naive. I'm not asleep. I'm also not disconnected from human pain. I see it. I feel it. I recognize it. And I understand it. But I do not choose to live from it. There's a difference between seeing darkness and allowing it to define your way of being and who you are. I don't deny fear or cruelty or suffering. What I deny is that they should shape how I love, how I think, and how I live. Many people believe that being awake means living defensively, that maturity means becoming cynical, that seeing what's wrong is intelligence, and seeing what's good is denial or being naive. I disagree, because choosing, and I said choosing, love while fully aware of darkness requires more consciousness, not less. And it isn't easy, but it's not impossible. Here's something I've learned over time. Everything in this life is perception. And very rarely do we stop to verify whether the story we are telling or retelling is actually true. We see a moment and build a whole entire narrative on it. We judge an intention without knowing the history. We label because it's easier than waiting for the answer or the true story. I learn to wait, to observe, and to say not only to myself but to others, I don't know yet. And many times when you wait, the truth, the real truth, turns out to be more human and more beautiful than the story we fear or our fear actually created. I choose to see the good, not because I don't see the bad, but because I refuse to feed what I don't want growing inside of me. What you feed lives in you, and what lives in you is what shapes you. So when the noise gets loud, when anger or judgment come toward me, when projection tries to land, and trust me, it happens, I return to what reminds me who I am and who I belong to. Nature, the sky, clouds passing by, silence, my Father, my Heavenly Father. Actually, both of them are in heaven. I return to love, to the deep knowing that we are not alone in this universe and that we are loved. I don't believe we are alone. I never have. And yes, for me, what some call angels and what others called extraterrestrials are not opposites. They are one and the same. They are different expressions of a much larger reality that we are only just beginning to understand. They have always existed. And most of us, if you're Christian of any kind, we are very comfortable calling them angels. Not a problem. It's the word extraterrestrials that some people are very much afraid of without realizing they are exactly the same person. And I know this because, as you know, if you've listened to some of my other videos, I've been talking to them my whole life. And one of the things that's happening and that makes me really, really joyous is that we are now, through some governments and some religions are actually doing this as well. They're beginning to talk about this as one and the same scientists are beginning to realize that there is so much more out there that you can only believe through faith because there's really no explanation for it, but you're seeing it in front of you and you go, this science cannot explain it. And so all of this information that is now coming out is finally bringing this to us, that there's a much larger reality. But I don't need everyone to agree with me. That is not why I'm here. Every teacher has their own book. Every consciousness has its own rhythm. And I respect that. I do not impose. I don't argue. I'm just giving you my experiences because the same way I have been taught, I was asked to teach those that come after me. And that is why I'm here. I just simply choose to walk from love because for me, there's no other option that keeps me whole. And if this resonates with you, it may not be because you think like me, but because you too are tired of living from fear. And if it does resonate, please do hit the like button so that others who could benefit from this little chat can hear this as well and know that they're not alone. And if you haven't subscribed and really this resonates with you, then you want to listen to some of my other chats, then subscribe. By all means, please do. We'll be more than happy to see and hear you. And do share it. Share this if you feel that there are others that you know that could also benefit from what I just said. And comment. This is how I know what you need to know, what you want to hear, what questions you have. Um, Tell me about your experiences. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. That's not a problem. Um, Not everyone sees from the same place, and we are all reaching the same place at various different moments. So just don't confuse choosing goodness with blindness, okay? Sometimes choosing the good is more conscious. It's a more conscious act that is out there. So I am Simera'Kai, and I leave you with lots of love, light, and peace. Until our next chat.